Hello, it is 3 p.m. on August 18, 2019, and a little more brutal than yesterday. We're looking at this. I'm trying this thing now because Wonderground is not. I can't get Wonderground to work on any of my browsers, so I don't know what's going on with that. But Wonderground, unfortunately, is out of commission for until further notice, which really sucks. But you can see here we have 80s across Long Island, dew points well into the 70s, and really some really uncomfortable conditions here across New Jersey here as well. We're going to look at some individual observations here, and you can see there are some thunderstorms too around as well. The worst of those are over central Pennsylvania, where there are some severe thunderstorm warnings out for those. We have heat advisories for our area. So we're starting off in the worst spot right now, which is Toms River, 90 degrees, dew point 78, and a thunderstorm in vicinity. In Farmingdale, 85, and the dew point is 74. So it's better on Long Island, but it's still humid and it's still kind of hot out there. Not pleasant to be outside at all. And here's that line of storms that is in Pennsylvania right now that we're going to have to keep an eye on. See, probably won't be affecting us for another 5 to 6 hours, but we'll have to keep our eye on it and see what happens. You can see some isolated activity over southern New Jersey, and that's why the thing said thunderstorm in vicinity, because there are some thunderstorms around southern New Jersey. It just popped up just from the heat of the day. Basically, that's what's going on over there. So I'm looking at the models, and we'll see the NAM's kind of backed off on the thunderstorm threat for our area, but you can see it seems to be developing more over New Jersey. That line, it kind of just has it fall apart by the time it gets to us. And then we have this interesting feature over here that might be some kind of tropical system developing. I'm not even sure. And then same thing with the thunderstorm threat for Monday. It kind of just backs it off a little bit there. But let's look at the HDRPS here and see how that looks right now. That one might have a little bit of a different look to it. Still keeps us pretty much escaping any thunderstorm activity today, as well as tomorrow. So, model seems to have backed off on getting any thunderstorm activity. But as we learned from last night, it's possible in this kind of air mass. It's certainly possible that we're going to see more of this type of activity because the dew points are going to be very high. We're going to look at the dew points now on the NAM model, and you will see here dew points well into the 70s, and same thing for tomorrow, and we get more of that westerly component, which may make us hotter tomorrow. There's very high dew points, and then some drier air tries to bleed in here Tuesday, but no luck on that yet. It's just a little tease, basically. If we look at temperatures, they use the NAM for the temperatures because the NAM has been doing pretty decently. You will see that as we go into tomorrow, it's much hotter over New Jersey, probably well into the 90s, whereas Long Island is in the 80s. So that's a good sign. Of course, this is the NAM, so if we look at the GFS, you will see it has us hotter. So because the NAM has a bit of a cool bias, so the North Shore might reach 90 on Tuesday. Monday, probably just maybe the North Shore, some parts of the North Shore, mostly Jersey. That's what we have to worry about, hitting 90. And then as we head into Wednesday, we have another hot day. Thursday finally starts cooling off, and we get that front through. So look at the dew points. You'll see it'll be drier on Friday. Look at that nice push of dry air coming in for us on Friday. So I'll have to go through a couple of brutal days, but the dry air does get in, and it looks like the whole weekend looks nice and dry. So that's some good news right there. You could use it, that's for sure. It's a brutal day out there again. Look at a couple more observations across our area here. Ice slip. I want to see how much rain fell too. 86, dew point 74. Hit 86 at ice slip today. They got about 1/4 of an inch from that thunderstorm last night at Islip Airport. Farmingdale. Let's see how much rain they got. Wow. Wow. They got over an inch of rain. See, that thing really put down a lot of rain last night. It wasn't moving that fast. They got an inch of rain. Look at that. An inch of rain from that thunderstorm. 1.08 inches at Farmingdale. Wow, that's I'll put that up there for you so you can see it really clearly. 1.08 inches. Wow, that's really interesting. Let me look at the Ventus sky for a minute and see if we can go back in time to when these storms hit. So it was around 2:30 last night, and we're going to put this on the precipitation. So it'll do the 3-hour precipitation. I'm sort of showing you. Alright, it's not really going to give you the rainfall amounts. But you can see what happened. Or we put it back to the radar, you'll see what happened here. This intense line formed over Long Island. Then none of the models predicted that. So that can happen again. We have to keep our eye out for it. You know, the possibility of thunderstorms is there in this, you know, very warm, humid air mass. So yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on it. And that will conclude this weather update. Take care.